Hi, it's June 27th, and for the next few days we're going to have some wet weather, which is good news for salmon. As a matter of fact, the water conditions so far this late spring, early summer have been really good for the salmon. We haven't had the real warm temperatures yet, and water levels are still pretty good, and so the fish that are coming in seem to be moving up through the system. The DFO counts will be posted to June 30th, early next week. But I've been told that there's fish moving through the traps, but not in great numbers. I'm not sure how we'll compare with other years come June the 30th, but there are fish pretty much every day moving up through the system, but no big run yet. But it is that time when the big growth run usually hits. It's usually around the 1st of July, so we should be hopefully seeing a lot of growth soon. Didn't happen last year, but hopefully it will this year. We did get some counts from Energy and Resource Development Branch barriers. So their counts are up this year over last year, but remember last year was a terrible year. So on the Dungarvan they had 18 salmon, gross and salmon together, compared to only 7 last year. And on the Northwest there's 12 compared to 6 from the year before. So those numbers are to June the 23rd. So there is fish in the headwaters of the system. My last broadcast, I mentioned I was going angling last Friday, and I was fortunate enough to land 2 salmon. And I was told I had to say it was only because of my expert guide, Manly Price. And that's probably true. Yesterday, I was up to the elbow pool on the Northwest where I had some friends that had been in there since Monday, and they had good fishing. They had caught 6 grouse and 2 salmon. So, but they said the fish were moving through where there was fish in the pool one day, there were none the next day, they were gone. So you had to be where the fish were. But I've also heard that people are catching fish throughout the watershed, Quarryville and Doketown and so on. Not big numbers, but there's fish. In other news, we are doing our Salmon Fry stocking program right now. We have 500,000 salmon fry to go out this year, which is up considerably over other years. So if you see our trucks, they're going to be on the road non-stop for the next week or more. We also had some good news with our friends at the North Shore Micmac District Council. We had applied for funding for cold water pool restoration work, and a lot of applicants for this program, but we were successful. And so there's $689,000 will be available through the North Shore Micmac District Council over the next 4 years. And the MSA may have to provide up to 20% more as the private contribution to that program. So over the next 4 years, we're hoping to get them surveyed, a lot of that done this fall, and we'll try to do at least 3 pools each year for the next 4 years. So we'll have to raise some money for that, but the federal government came through with a good chunk of that money. Another interesting thing is as the Gaspro season winds down, and I think it's wrapped up everywhere on Friday, there was an Atlantic sturgeon, looks like an Atlantic sturgeon from the picture anyway, that was caught in one of the Gaspro trap nets that looked to be about 7 feet long. So sturgeon have played an important role in the Miramichi, going for the First Nations communities historically. Sturgeon was an important food source for them, and they're very scarce now. But every year, usually someone sees a sturgeon. So anyway, it was nice to see an adult one like that. Good weather this weekend. Get out on the river. Even if you don't catch a fish, you can't do anything else, you might as well go fishing.